Good afternoon and welcome to the Marriott Hotel. My name is Maria and I am HR manager. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. And I just want to confirm you're applying for manager position in Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. Could you tell me a little bit about your background?
Yeah. Well, I've done like a bunch of different jobs, events, some store stuff, admin things too. I just kind of go of whatever comes up. Nothing too serious though. This would actually be my first time doing like managing stuff. But yeah, I think I could probably handle it.
Okay. Why do you think you will be a good fit for our company?
I stayed at Marriott hotel before, and it was really nice. So I figured, why not try to learn? And also, why not try to working here too? So I'm not totally sure what a job is really all about, though. But if I get trained, then I'll try to learn.
What has been your biggest challenge so far, and how did you overcome it?
Um, uh, Probably waking up early, and I'm not really a morning person type though. So I used to grab a coffee on the way and just hope that I'm not late. Well, still kind of working on that, to be honest.
Um, what would you say is the leadership style you mostly use?
Um, well, I don't really have a style. I just tell people what to do and leave them to it. Well, I think if they're not doing it right, you just tell them and you just let them know. And I don't really do the motivation thing. That's not really my job, right? Am I right? Never mind.
What do you do to keep your team motivated so they accomplish their goals?
Well, to be honest, I just let them do whatever unless someone complains. And I don't want to be micromanaging or anything. If they don't do it, then that's on them. I don't really care though.
How do you keep yourself organized? What tips would you give someone to keep track of tasks?
Well, I usually just remember stuff, or if it's like super important, I'll just write on my head and text it to myself. I'm not really into apps or planners. They're kind of extra. Like it's too much for me.
Okay. What tools have you used to keep track of your team's performance?
Well, I don't think I really used any. I just kind of eyeball it, like if they seem or busy or if they don't complain, I assume everything's fine. Yeah.
What do you think is the number one skills to be a leader?
Okay. Oh, just give me a second. My friend's calling. Uh, Hello. Yeah. I'm in a meeting right now. I have an interview. So can you call back in a minute? Yeah. I'll call you. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. What was your question again? Sorry.
Okay. What do you think is the number one skills to be a leader?
Well, definitely being the boss, you have to make sure people know who's in charge. If they don't listen, you just remind them who's the manager. Like I'm the boss. They need to listen to me.
Okay. What do you think is the difference between being a manager manager and a leader.
Okay, so managers do like the schedule stuff and maybe approve things, and leaders are kind of more like motivational speakers, or like famous people that people follow on social media. I don't know. They kind of feel the same to me. Managers, leaders, yeah, they kind of same.
Okay. What made you apply for this job?
Well, honestly, I just needed something new, and this job sounded like really fancy to me. So plus, the pay looked decent, and it's good money though, and I really need this job. So I didn't read a full description, but I figured that give it a shot. Manager sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I hope that I get this job.
Okay. Well, thank you again for taking the time to meet with us today. We appreciate sharing about your background and experiences. We'll be reviewing all candidates carefully and will follow up you within the next 5 days. If you have any
Okay,
questions after today, feel free to reach out. We wish you
yeah,
all the
sure.
best and thank you for your interest in joining the Marriott team. Have a good day.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good one.
Hi, Felipe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for having the time to be here today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me for this interview. I'm really happy and excited. And yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Perfect, no problem. So let's get started with our questions I have for you today. So I want to ask you first, could you tell me a little bit about your background?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Felipe, as I just send the information for you. So I have a master in business administration that I earned from University of Ottawa, and I have also worked for 10 years at Hilton hotels, where I could learn more about hospitality. I started my career there working as a service agent, where I could help the guests to settle and carry their baggage. And also, so doing this position, I could learn a lot with the customer service. And then I was promoted to night auditor, where I was working during the overnight, doing the closing of the cashier. I took care of the new guests that coming late, taking care of the whole reception. And then after that, I was promoted to shift leader, where I could manage 5 employees that were doing the services, guest service agents. And now I'm looking for a position as a manager where I can motivate more people. I can lead a bigger team.
Perfect, that's an amazing background. And for my second question I have to you is, why do you think you will be a good fit for our company?
Oh, okay. Since I have worked for several years in a hotel, I'm very confident that I can succeed in a fast-paced environment. And also, I am a problem solver. Like, I don't see problems, I see solutions. And I can see the big picture when a problem is come up, and then I act like accordingly with the best solution to either for the customer or for the company, and even if it's there is an issue with the team workers, the coworkers, I can manage that well as well.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, for my third question is, what has been your biggest challenge so far, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, I believe my biggest challenge by so far is with the French language. I don't speak the French fluently, but I have already started Duolingo, where I can learn some basics on French, and I'm planning to start French classes in the next 2 months.
Yay, awesome. That sounds amazing. And that will be great for or fit for this role. So that will be amazing.
Okay.
Now I wanted to ask you, what would you say is the leadership style you mostly use?
So for leadership style, I would say that I'm more of a transformational leader. Because I share the vision of the company, I share the passion with my team, and I try to inspire them to achieve the goals that were set by the company. So acting as a transformation leader has helped me to achieve the goals that the company requires, because also I can demonstrate with my actions to my team that achieving company goals will also benefit them in achieving their personal goals.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, what do you do to keep your team motivated so they accomplish their goals?
So I always try to maintain a positive work environment where everyone feels good, respected in their workplace. So I set clear goals with them. I speak with them plainly, where I try to avoid any miscommunication. And I give always feedback to them on every activity they are doing, every task, so they can keep on track. Like, say if they're not doing well, I can tell them, oh, okay, you're not doing here, you could do this better in another way, so they always feel confident with that. And I also foster a sense of purpose and belonging in the company.
Okay, that sounds so good. Thank you so much. Now, I want to ask you, this is more like a personal question, but
Mhm.
how do you keep yourself organized? Like, what tips would you give someone to keep track of their tasks?
So I try to use the ABC method, which ranks the tasks according with their importance. So and then we can tackle each one of them. Actually, we can tackle the most important first, and then we will go through the scale, and then we can attack other activities according to their importance to the activity that must be done. So I also recommend using apps like that track activities, such as Trello, and which is a project management tool that uses board, lists, and cards to keep tasks organized.
That sounds amazing. Thank you. Now, what tools have you used to keep track of your team's performance?
Okay, so I have used Trello. That's an app, as I mentioned, like is a project management tool. And also I created some spreadsheets where I can put in a workplace where everyone can go and see how they're doing with their activities, and they can keep a track and see where they can improve or not on their goals.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, what do you think it's the number one skill to be a leader?
So for me, the number one skill to be a leader is empathy, because understanding others' perspective allows you to work with them accordingly to their needs and expectations, and helps you decide what's the best approach or motivate them. So it helps you to understand where they like, what are their vision on that situation, and you can tackle with help them with the best way they can go with their target.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Now, what do you think is the difference between being a leader and a manager?
Oh, that's a good question. For like, I believe a leader is someone who behaves for the team, like someone that inspires others and shows attitude in their leadership. Sometimes a leader is not even like a manager or someone that has a leadership position. It's someone in a group that demonstrate that attitude. Whereas in as a manager for me is like a title, is a position of power, what determines what position you are in a company, like your hierarchy. So that's the person that the employee should report to. So a manager doesn't make, not every time a manager is a leader. but a leader could be a manager.
Perfect. That's totally correct. I totally agree with you. Now, for my last question I have for you is, what made you apply for this job? What made you want to be part of the company?
So as I mentioned, I think in the first question, I wanted to expand my career. I want to have the opportunity to lead a team and take this challenge to prove my leadership and goal achievement abilities, even like for myself and for the company that I'll be working with. So I have gained a lot of experience in the hospitality. So getting this position would be challenging for me, but I'm 100% positive that I can do it and do it right.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I just have a question for you now. It's,
Mhm.
do you have any questions for me right now?
Yeah, yeah. I was reading all I was reading the job post. I just wondering, like, about a little bit more about the Marriott's expectations for a good manager and what I can do to succeed in that role.
Perfect. That's a good question. Looking for, it's mostly a leader that first a fast-paced environment with multiple priorities that knows how to handle difficult situations and teams. That's one part that we're looking for, and also someone that can look for the big picture, that is proactive with a solution focused mindset, and also who is very um, caring for their team, very empathetic, and that they're having extraordinary attitude towards doing the things right.
Mhm.
So basically, if you get involved in their company or are a part of our company, we want you to succeed first of all, and second of all to not being another manager but being a leader. That's what basically we have um what we're looking for. So yeah. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate your time. I appreciate being here to be invited to this interview. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much.